Right, today, talking about the LS2 Strobe. It's a modular helmet. I've had it since Motorcycle Live, I'll tell you what I think about it. Right, so I got this helmet because, in all honesty, I never thought I'd like a modular helmet. Left front, Miami delivery drivers. So I thought, let me get one, let me see what I think. Let's not write it off till I tried it. When I was at Motorcycle Live, I saw an opportunity to get one cheap. I paid, yes, only 80 British pounds for this helmet. And that's a pretty damn cheap deal. It's got all the shit you could need in terms of regulation. Look. What do I think to this helmet? It's surprisingly comfortable, really comfortable. It's louder than the others. I quite like having that in the summer. It's really, really nice. I've never ridden this with a Pinlock. What I will say is I went to 3 different shops over the weekend to try and get a Pinlock for this, and I wasn't able to get one because no one stocks one. Which means you do get quite a lot of fogging with, you know, pretty easy clicking system to crack it. And obviously if you really want to get fancy with it, we open it up. What do I think about the colours? I think not bad. I don't like this luminous stuff, but for 80 quid, couldn't moan. And you know, it's commuting. I've used it for commuting. I've used it for blasts. I've used it in the rain, in the wet. Pretty decent. What do I think to the ventilation? I like the way that you have access to these vents. Nice and easy, solid push, easy. Here is a bit less fun because it's a wheel, which isn't hard to use. I just don't like that mechanism. And then, as always, we talk about, because we can show you this one properly, in built-in visor, if you want to look like a fighter jet pilot. I don't like mechanisms here. The sharks at the top was, for me, is how I think they should all be done. Okay. What would I rate this out of 5 in comfortability and comfort? I'd give it a 3.5. It's not quite as comfortable as the other two, but it is surprisingly comfortable. Ventilation, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. This is really good. This is not very good, to be honest. Yeah, there's a lot of flaws in it. I'm not one of these fancy YouTubers. Let's keep it real with you guys. But the ability to just pull up the front chin bar and get as much air as you need is pretty cool. But that'll be any lift up. So we do ventilation, comfort, and looks. And last but not least, looks on this. I would say, honestly, if I was being critical, I'd give it about a 2. It looks way worse. It's not as good looking as the Shark or the Shoei. It's not horrendous to look at, but I also just don't like the colourway of it. Yeah, that's fair. Would I recommend you buying it? I would say I got it for 80 quid. Absolute steal for the bottom money. Considering I only paid 80 quid for it. Unbelievable value for money. If I was to say, the question is, do I think the Shark is £220 more value than this? Do I think the Shoei is £420 more value than this? We'll get to that in the next video. See you on the next one.